So it's time for another freebie assembly. Today, we've got a little mini tote basket. Now before I get into that, we just wrapped up our Home Sweet Home bundle, and you can see some of the items here. On my table, we've got our little canister, which doubles as a wine holder. I've seen dozens of these already created in the official group on Facebook, which you can find at this link here, or you can go to your Facebook search and type in Dreaming Tree Group and see all of the wonderful versions of that, as well as our crocus planner, which you can see here. And so many of you have already taken to all three of these projects, especially, well, not especially, but this one too, which is a nice little paper sculpture. And I'm finally gonna bring this inside so I can put it in my kitchen. But we wanted to do something that somewhat coordinates with this bundle. This is gonna be perfect for, well, little party favors, maybe for a child's birthday. Also kind of thinking Easter already a little bit too. So if you've got some kids and you wanna put like some jelly beans or something in a cute little basket, or those tiny little eggs, whatever it may be, you know, it could be little chocolates. Obviously, sky's the limit. It's a cute little size, so that, you know, they don't eat too much candy. You can put some sugar cubes in here, whatever it may be. It's just a cute little thing that doesn't take long at all to put together. And that's what we're gonna do now. So let's just hop right into it. And as you can see here, I've already got everything cut out and pre-folded. And we're gonna start off, well, since I always like to work flat when possible, I like to work flat whenever possible. And we're gonna put our panels on first. Okay, now this guy here, let me make sure that he is symmetrical. It is, okay, so it's the same width on every single side. So it doesn't matter which side we start with, but I'm gonna lay this down like this because what we do wanna do is we wanna alternate these panels. Okay, because these are gonna be on the side and these are gonna be on the front and back. Okay, so I already went ahead and I inked these as well. I already went ahead and inked all these. If you want to see a video on my inking technique, you can head over to our website, and under the help section, if you go under craft tips, you'll see a nice little blog post where what we've done is compiled a number of videos, assembly videos, where I've done a lot of inking, and you can kind of learn from that. And it's optional, but definitely, as a lot of you have begun to discover, it's fun and it really makes your projects look fantastic. So I would definitely take some time and, you know, practice your inking and incorporate that into your projects. It really sets them off. Okay, so again, you want to make sure that we're alternating here, so that you've got this pattern and then this cutout here with the little flower, and then on this one do the same thing. It could be this way too, but just want to make sure that you're alternating them. Okay. All right, so let's get that glued down. And again, this project is going to go together really quick. If I didn't talk so much, which I kind of have to though, because I got to convey all the steps here to you guys. If I didn't do that, I'd probably get this done in a few minutes. And if I would stop messing up here and get everything nice and centered, it might actually go even quicker. But when you're laying these down, make sure that you're achieving a nice even border all the way around this little panel that we're putting down. I want to make sure that that is nice and consistent. Okay. And I'm doing this now because things tend to set faster, and it's a lot easier working with these things when things are flat. You can really push down on my table, on my surface, whatever it may be, and really push that glue into the fibers of the paper, and it just makes for a more efficient process. Okay, all right, so that's that. And let me take a look at something here. I've actually never put this together before, so I'm just kind of learning on the way here, but all right, so now while we still have this flat, we do have this little flower, this little floral section here that we're going to put on right in the center of this flower, this little cutout. So just glue that down like that. And we'll do the other one. I'm going to put a nice little purple rhinestone right in the center of that to make that look a little more interesting as well. So just get that nice and centered, press that down just like that. And now you can go ahead and connect these two sections together using this tab here. So let's do that. Let's get our glue in place. And I'm going to use my finger to run that glue out to the very edge of that tab. And then we'll grab the other half and line it up and just connect it. Try to get it as accurately lined up as possible. There we go. And then you can take it and just kind of fold it over onto itself and make sure that that is nice and lined up. And you'll notice that these tabs here should sit right on top of themselves, or right on top of each other, nice and flush. Okay, give that a second to set, just like that. And then go ahead and connect the other end and close this up. Make it all one continuous piece now. And I'm going to spread that glue out to the edge again so that when these two sections join, it will be nice and seamless. Nothing's going to be pulling away, just like that. There we go. Okay. Give that a squeeze. Make sure it's nice and set. Now these little tabs here, we're actually going to glue these down to the inside. That's going to kind of reinforce the piece a little bit, make it more sturdy. Now we can move this little flap out of the way, and we'll apply our glue to these three tabs here at the bottom. And then I'm going to do a nice thin line of glue right along the edge, as always. And spread that glue out to the very edge of our tab. And get that out of there. Okay, and then we'll just close it up. Okay, maybe flip these up a little bit. And then as you're pulling this down, just focus on getting it lined up on this side, the side opposite of the side that it's already hinged at. Get it as centered as you can. And if you need to kind of nudge things in a little bit, feel free to do that. And then just run your finger along the perimeter of all three of these sides here to help this little flap make contact with the top of the tabs. And we can flip this over then and push from the inside to get the rest of those tabs to sit nice and snug. Okay, so there's our little container, very simple. And at this point what we can do, put some glue on these little tabs here, and then get a little bit of glue out to the edge up at the top. You can spread that glue out nice and thin if you want, and then fold it in and just kind of glue it to itself. You can put that down on your surface and press from the inside to get that to really hold. Okay, same thing with the three remaining tabs. And that's just going to make the lip of our little basket nice and strong so that it doesn't crease or dent as easily. And just press that down. I'm accidentally getting some ink on the glue, which is now transferring over to my paper. You can see that there. But that's all right. Not a big deal. No one's going to notice. Okay, again, make sure you get that glue out to the edge so that that sits nicely. Fold it in and just kind of glue it to itself. There we go. And the last one. And then all you have to do at this point, after this, is just kind of get our little handle in place, which is very simple. I'll show you how that works in a second. Let's just get this last little reinforcement piece in place. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so nice little container, very, very tiny, so that we don't overindulge on all those goodies. All right, so now we've got this little handle piece, and you can see there's two, and then we've got two of these. I also inked this. We're going to glue this to this section here, And we just want to make sure that we align it with this circle here. Everything else should give you a nice even border all the way around. So let's start there. Get our glue on this section here. I'd go easy on the glue here, just nice and thin. And pop that in place. Use that circle as your initial guide, and then kind of pan your eyes all around the rest of it and make sure that it's sitting nice in center so that you have that nice even border going all the way around. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this side. Get your glue onto this piece. There we go, maybe a little more down here. And line that up, same thing that we just did, nothing different. Get that nice and centered. There we go. And press that in place. And now, all we need to do is we're going to take these two sections and glue them back to back just at this point. We're not going to put any glue on these little flaps down here. Okay, so grab one side, doesn't matter which one. Get your glue on it. Try to work that glue out to the edges if you can. That way it's nice and strong, it's not coming loose anywhere. And just pop that other piece right onto it, back to back. Obviously we want the pretty pattern to be showing on both sides, like that. And then just flatten it out. Again, we did not put any glue on these little flaps down here. Okay. So that's good. And now what we want to do is we can put a little bit of glue on top of these flaps. We're going to take this piece and slide it through like this, and we're going to glue that to those flaps like so. Okay, so we end up with this, and then all that's left to do is pop this inside like so, and we can accomplish that. I'm actually going to put the glue on this. That way I know that I'm covering the areas that actually need it, even though where it's going should be pretty much an exact fit for this shape, but this way I know that I am in fact getting my glue where I need it. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in, and you want the hole of the handle to be facing the side that has the flower on it. Okay, I guess you don't have to, but it would just look prettier, so I'd recommend that. I just accidentally salivated on myself. That's a first. We'll leave that in. We won't even put that in the blooper reel, because that's what happens when you're crafting and you're super into it, and you occasionally spit on yourself. What are you gonna do? All right, so that's it. Very simple. I'm gonna put some yellow crinkle fill in there, and I've got some jelly beans over here, which you can see. I may or may not have eaten some of them. And there may or may not be one that tastes like popcorn with butter on it, which you probably won't see there because they somehow magically disappeared. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the freebie. Super quick, but useful. Great for a little party. Obviously, jazz it up, modify it, edit it however you see fit to kind of work for your occasion. By simply modifying the panel, or obviously if you love it the way it is, use it the way it is. Great little piece for, again, maybe Easter for the kiddos, or for maybe a tea, a little tea date with your best friend or something like that. But anyway, whatever you use it for, we'd love to see it. So if you do make this or anything from our new Home Sweet Home bundle, I'd love to see it, and so would the almost 18,000 other dreamers that inspire myself and everyone else. So head on over to your Facebook, do a search for Dreaming Tree Group, and join us there. And again, you can also use this little link down here. And if you enjoy the videos, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube. And also while you're there, hit that little bell so that you get notifications anytime we release a freebie or a paid product for that matter, or any educational video as well. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I look forward to crafting with you again.